Hey, greetings, everybody. I was driving our two younger kids to school this morning thinking, all right, I need a topic for the podcast this week. And I was reminded that we do better when we make content that has a little bit more story as part of it. The old saying of facts tell, stories sell is a very true thing. We as humans are wired to be connected and to understand stories better than we are just facts. So that's a good reminder for you in your sales work, in your leadership work. Find more stories. Find more stories about the remodelers, the remodeling projects that you're working on, decisions that homeowners made. As you're talking through leadership, tell stories to help inspire and motivate and encourage your team. So it's a little reminder. But as far as the podcast goes, I thought, you know what? I've got a story that I'm right in the middle of that I think would be beneficial for my wonderful Remodelers on the Rise audience to hear. And that is my experience with a local contractor, a painting company in particular. Now, some of you may cringe when I say this. We have taken our wonderful kind of 1998, 1999, I think is when the house was built, cherry cabinets, and we have painted them. We're actually in the progress of painting them. If you're watching the video version, oh, you can see the it's all primed. I'm actually working from home this morning because they should be coming here maybe during this podcast. We shall see. And my I'm not saying I didn't have anything to do with it, but this was really my wife's idea. She really wanted to paint the cabinets, and even when she walked in last night, I was holding my breath, going, "Oh, I hope she likes what she sees so far." Because there ain't no turning back when you paint cabinets, folks. So we've had this idea really for a few years. We moved into this house, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and we've had this idea for years. So keep that in mind as you think about the clients that you're working with. A lot of them have been thinking and brainstorming and kind of dreaming in the cases of the work you guys are doing and gals are doing. Oftentimes for years. So it's been something that's been percolating, timing wise. Do we really want to do this? Honey, are you sure? Because once we do this, there is no turning back. And both of us talking through it, so, okay, I think it's going to kind of liven up the kitchen, make a good impact. So we decided to move forward with it. I was tasked with finding a painting company to help us with this. I kind of put it off. And then we were on a walking our beloved dog, Lucy. I say beloved. Yeah, we love her. She's just really annoying sometimes. She's a very anxious dog. She spins a lot. She likes to go outside, even though I've already taken her out at 9:00. When everything's cuddled up and we're ready for bed at 10, that's when she likes to be really obnoxious and want to go out again. But she's a lovely dog. We were taking Lucy for a walk. It was probably 3 months ago, late summerish, and walked out of our neighborhood across the street to the other neighborhood, and there was a sign for a painting company, and I made note of that. I didn't take a picture or anything and said, "Oh, it looks like they've been having some painting done." We came back to the house, and my wife goes, "Did you take a picture of that? You should take a picture of that sign. That might be a company that you could call for the cabinets." And I said, "Yeah, I probably should do that." Later that day, I drove my vehicle over there. The sign was no longer out there. I think he took it down because he was mowing. But much to my two younger kids' chagrin, the guy was out there. The homeowner was out there, and I stopped and rolled down my window. "Dad, stop it. What are you doing? Dad, don't do that." "Kids, chill out. Chill out. You don't even know that guy." "Oh, chill out, kids." And I said, "Hey, I think I saw a sign earlier today outside your house of some painting you had done. I was coming back to actually take a picture of it because we're looking to get our cabinets painted." And the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, I took it down because I'm mowing." Fantastic company. We were referred by a friend of ours. Communication was great. Attention to detail was great. We were just really thrilled. We actually had them paint our cabinets and some other painting in the house. Would highly recommend them. Here's their information. I wrote that down. This is of note. When you give your clients a wonderful remodeling experience, they will remark, they will refer, they will comment about you. This man commented with full excitement. He was going, this, I highly recommend them. Keep that of note. Again, the more time you spend on the client experience, the stronger your remodeling business will be. Referrals are and will continue, might I say, forever in your business career to be the most important marketing that you have. Repeat work from previous clients and referrals from previous clients. What are you doing to truly give them a remarkable experience? I'm about 100 pages into a book called Unreasonable Hospitality, and it is challenging me to think about the experience that I'm giving my remodelers, my remodeling clients, and thinking of small ways, big ways, tweaks that I can make to give their coaching experience, their peer group experience, another level or two. I don't like that phrase, level up, but I could use it there, to level it up a couple notches. So there, that guy fully referred me. Got home, went to their website. Yes, people go to your website when they get referred to you, or when they see a yard sign, or fill in the blank. Website was professional, very clear of what they did. Clicked on cabinet painting and some good educational stuff. Lots of examples. Ooh, there's some kitchens that actually look like ours. Ooh, that looks sharp. That before and after looks sharp. So went to their website, clicked on the Contact Us page, and filled out the Contact Us page on a late Friday afternoon of note. Didn't get a call back, nor was I expecting it to come back. But what happened within the first hour of business hours on Monday morning? Ring-a-ding. There was the scheduling person reaching out, ask a little bit more information about the project, and to schedule a specific day and time for their salesperson. I think the way it went, I didn't answer the phone. They left a message, and then they shot me a quick text message that just said, hey, gave you a call. And I ended up just texting back saying that time and that day would be wonderful. I think it was later in the week, maybe like Thursday or so, which worked out fine. Okay. So little things, timeliness in response. Pay attention to how well you are doing that. Using technology. They have, I had to look it up actually. Let me look it up real quick because it is, they are using, bear with me. They use Jobber. So as a painting company, Jobber, pretty well known, good software for remodelers. A lot of you are using JobTread. There's so many little things that you can do to communicate well, to set reminders. Their software has been excellent as far as follow-up, et cetera. So we got that, again, pay attention to the little things. How is that initial phone call? Is that person that is doing that for you trained up? When was the last time you listened to some of those conversations? When was the last time you talked to them or trained them up? Or if you are the one taking that call, please tell me that you're not doing that while you're driving around. I'm empathetic. I understand that you are busy, that you're juggling a lot of things, but that is an incredibly important call for a remodeler to make sure that they are fully focused, fully present. Wherever you are, be there. Be where your feet are. So make sure that you are fully prepared and ready for that initial call and that you have a process. You should not be pulling out a blank sheet of paper. All right. So there's some reminders so far. The salesperson arrived. I'm a big fan of people texting before they arrive to the home. This company has done that when the salesperson was coming. This person did that yesterday when they came for the first appointment. Even yesterday, I won't get too far ahead in the story, but we were expecting them around 9. They were running early. That impacts your clients. My wife's shower routine, she was expecting them at 9 o'clock. They were running about 15 minutes early. That impacted her morning. Training your team to text when they're on the way is a really nice best practice. So maybe that's something you incorporate. Okay. We don't want to surprise our clients. And just the fact that, okay, these guys got their stuff together. They're organized and I know what to expect is very helpful. I would encourage that. So the salesperson arrived. Always be looking for an angle or something that you can connect with. If you're a salesperson, you should be researching them and looking them up on Facebook a little bit. You should be clicking around. Maybe you go to their LinkedIn page and see that they're an attorney or that they're an engineer or fill in the blank. Get some information like that. In this case, this guy walked in and stroked my ego, which just felt nice. He goes, I said, hey, I'm Kyle. And he goes, I know you. And I said, really? He goes, yes, I have seen you speak at the Bragg, which is the Ann Arbor home builders group. I say home builders group. They actually disconnected from the HBA a few years ago. The building and remodeling group of Ann Arbor. And I usually do kind of an annual meeting kind of in March and April time with them. And this gentleman, who's a salesperson for a member of Bragg, had come and seen me speak. And whether he thought I was the most brilliant speaker or not, he did speak very kindly to me. So obviously, before he even came barely through the threshold of my house, I was already in love with this guy. I mean, oh, you think I'm a great speaker? Well, come on in, sir. Where do I sign the contract? But find something that connects. Find something, maybe some common ground. Maybe it's something in the yard. Maybe it's a sports team flag. Maybe it's something about a vehicle. Maybe as you walk in, again, note things in their house. Note the beautiful Christmas tree. Yes, it's been up since early November. Just like the painted cabinets, not really my doing, but I'm quite smitten with the woman who wanted it done. So the Christmas tree's up. Those of you listening to the podcast, I just turned my shoulder so that you could see the tall Christmas tree. Okay, so he arrived, asked good questions. You could tell that he's been trained, but not in a salesy way. He asked good questions. He asked why we were thinking about it. Have we considered this? We talked about the underneath of the cabinets. Do we want to do that? We talked about painting the inside of the two cabinets that have glass inlays. We talked about a door that was a little cracked and messed up over there and how they're going to handle that. He started talking to me kind of about the process. That we remove all of the doors. We kind of have a paint booth where we professionally spray those. We'll have a team come in to remove all of that, to remove all the hardware and hinges. We talked quite a bit about the hinges to explore if that was going to be a possibility. He wasn't sure if we'd be able to kind of change out the hinges and improve that, but made a note that he would kind of put that as a separate section of his estimate. He had a nice marketing packet that he brought with him, talked about the company, showed reviews, had a little certificate of insurance in there. This is how we work, how our process works. I didn't read word for word through it, but again, marketing and sales is so much about building know, like, and trust. I had already received a lot of trust from the referral that I happened to receive from that homeowner, but also, okay, these guys got their stuff together. They are organized. They are professional. This isn't their first rodeo. When you, as a remodeler, are visiting a new homeowner, I'm a big fan of bringing something professional out to leave with them. Of course, they can go to your website. Of course, they can go on your social media profiles. But there still is something about a nice folder, content that you probably already have out there that just, again, emphasizes that you are organized, that you are professional, and continues to build that know, like, and trust up. Okay. So again, you're hearing a lot of fundamentals. He arrived on time. He's educating me on the process. He's taking photos. He's answering my questions. Everything about that experience was kind of what I was expecting it to be. He presented with me a little bit of kind of the a little bit more about how the process works. And the way that he left it is, I'm going to go back and think through this, put some numbers together, and I will be emailing you the estimate by end of day tomorrow. Now, obviously, on a painting gig, we can do that. In a full remodeling side of things, it's hard for you to do that. But there is always a clear next step after you've met with people at their home. Make sure you are presenting a clear next step. And especially if you tie it to a bit of a deadline, which often is helpful for you as a remodeler. Give yourself a self-imposed deadline of when you will get them the ballpark range, of when you will be delivering their professional design agreements, of when you will be putting fill in the blank done. And the thing that these folks did, and that I encourage you to do, is they did exactly what they said they were going to do. The following afternoon, I had the proposal. It was in my inbox. It was accompanied by a nice note at the top. He did what he said he was going to do. Fundamentals of sales, of marketing. Make sure you are doing what you say you're going to do. Okay. All right. So we sent that over. I got it. It was higher than what I was expecting it to be. Doggone it. These stinking professional companies. Ugh. And this company probably works with a business coach of some sort. They probably know their numbers. And instead of everything impressing me and me going, woo, and they don't know how to price things, crap, they priced it correctly. It was a couple thousand more than I was expecting it to be. That caused me to go, I don't know if we're going to pull the trigger on this right now. We got the new garage door we need to deal with. We've got this we're dealing with. We got that we're dealing with. I don't know. So he had followed up via phone. I didn't answer the phone call. He texted me. And it was kind of, I think, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days later, I said, thank you so much. It was a little higher than what I was expecting. We're still interested, but it's not something we're going to pursue right at this time, which is really where my mindset was. I was like, I think it might be more of a 2025 thing is kind of where I was sitting. He was very respectful. He said, I'm going to set a reminder for a few months out. I'll check back in with you. Thanks so much for your time. And everything was good there. They did add me to their overall email list. So a few weeks later, I got kind of an educational email, a little update on who they are. Make sure you're doing that. You should be staying in touch with all of your previous clients and with prospects that didn't move forward with you. A lot of those people are still in the market for a service that you offer. Maybe they did choose even somebody else, and maybe they didn't have a great experience. You want to stay top of mind with them. By the way, go to remodelersontherise.com. Click on Remodelers Autopilot. I've got a wonderful little program, $147 a month, for you to be sending out a professional email and some professional social media posts to augment other posts that you're making. Remodelers Autopilot. Go check it out. There's a bunch of your modeling peers that love it, and it's helping them be consistent with staying in touch with their previous clients. Okay. So fast forward, I think 4 weeks, and the more we thought about it, and I also sold a few things. That also helps. Had a good sales month, signed on some new clients, had a couple more dollars hanging around. I go, you know what? We're gonna get this sucker done. Part of it was also my wife wants to fully remodel our bathroom, and I'm wanting to kind of kick that out into a 2026 thing. I'm one that likes to save up properly, and as a result of that, I kind of thought through, okay, let's paint the cabinets, let's get the garage door all set, let's kind of do some caulking and some maintenance work in the bathroom. I think there was a couple other kind of home maintenance things that we're doing in the next 6-8 months, and we kind of made a plan to do the full bathroom remodel a little bit down the road. So pulled the trigger on it, reached out to him. I'm sure he was delighted. I actually reached out with kind of a buying question, a couple clarifying things. And thank you so much. Here's how we do the deposit. That was very easy. Here's how we sign off on things. Everything was electronic. Please, remodeler, do not make me print something out, sign it, scan it, and send it back. It is 2024, almost 2025. Make sure that e-signature and all of that is smooth and easy. And I did not pay the 50% deposit with a credit card. I asked because I got an Amex card and I get those points. They're happy to do that for another 3% on top of it. But obviously I ended up just writing a check to them instead of paying for that. Related to that, every one of your clients pretty much would love to run it through a card so they get points. But over time, that adds up to a lot of dollars for you. So I don't super recommend it. So again, everything was smooth. Do what you say you're going to do. Have a clear process. Think about that for your clients. Is your process when they sign with you smooth? Is it easy? How could you streamline that more? How could you improve that? A lot of what we're talking about here are just solid, tried and true fundamentals. Step back, evaluate this. Step back, talk to your office manager. How is that initial call doing? How can we make that better? Talk about when we follow up. How are we following up? Talk about when they sign with us. How is that process? Is it smooth? Is it clunky? What can we do there? I was told that I would be receiving a phone call from more the production manager and the person in charge of scheduling. Just like they said it was going to happen, they reached out to me. I am not grieved that I'm not chatting with the salesperson anymore. I can see that his section was done. He handed it off to production. That person introduced themselves. They told me exactly what to expect. They told me the next steps in the process, and it was super clear. Again, how is your handoff? How smooth is it? How can we make that better? So all of that was super smooth. We talked about some fine tunes of the paint color. We already knew what we wanted to do there. And then scheduling wise, we ended up getting on their schedule, and I knew exactly what to expect there. The scheduling person called and said, hey, here's what to expect on day one. We have 3 gentlemen coming. We're going to remove and label everything. We are going to prime all of the cabinets. It'll probably take us 3 or 4 hours that first day. On day 2, we will be coming back to paint the cabinets, and before that, caulk all of the necessary areas there. And then we'll kind of wrap that up on Tuesday. We will be doing some coats on all of your doors on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we will come back on Friday to install everything, put the hardware back on, and wrap everything up. The fact that I am telling you exactly what the schedule is this week tells you they have communicated this very clearly to me. Again, obviously painting, a little more straightforward than what a lot of you are doing, but the value of communicating the process step by step, what to expect, is helpful for me as the homeowner, is reassuring for me as the homeowner, is, man, I made the right decision as the homeowner. How do you continue to enhance your customer communication? There's a lot of improvement to be made there for some of you. Okay. Again, yesterday, texted on the way there. I mentioned that earlier. Answered all of my wife's questions. There were a few little things that they've decided we're going to tweak and stuff. Communicated that really clearly. So that's kind of the story of how this project started, how the early sales and marketing side of things went, how the early production side of things went. And I already know how this story is going to end. It's going to be a happy experience for us. I can tell it's because of the way that they've communicated, the way that they've approached it, the way they've explained how everything works. I'm incredibly confident that on Friday afternoon, we are going to be looking at a beautifully updated kitchen that hopefully even the doors won't squeak anymore. Wonder if they're going to kind of spruce that up and make those work. We'll see. But lots of reminders in there. Hopefully you heard some reminders for you and your remodeling business on how you can really just enhance your client communication, enhance the experience your client is receiving. Little things. Running a successful remodeling business is not about finding some magic bullet. It's a combination of a lot of little things. Do not get complacent with the little things. Do not get lazy with the little things. Do not let your team members skip checklist items, skip over communication items. Excel at that. If you were to give yourself a grade A through F, you can use minuses and pluses. How solid is your client experience right now, the overall client experience? Some of you would say, you know what, it's a C plus. You know what, overall, I think it's a B minus. Some of you would say, you know, it's an A minus. Whatever that grade is, the next thing is, well, how can you improve it? Your client experience is an incredibly important part of your remodeling business. Yes, the finished product, making it beautiful, but the experience to take them from idea to finished, handed off project, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of detail, but continue to focus on enhancing that. When you enhance that, you get better reviews. When you have better reviews, you get noticed more. When you have a great experience, you get referred more. You do not want your client to say, yeah, the finished product was okay. The experience, you know, it was super clunky at times. We were frustrated with this, we're frustrated with that. But at the end of the day, yeah, we're pleased with how it went. That is a referral that is not going to be given very often. And frankly, that is not going to lead to many projects. But if you can give an experience like that gentleman in the neighborhood over there to say they were amazing, it was smooth, it was wonderful. I remember him saying also, I called several painting companies. They were the one, you know, and tried to get estimates and then got referred to these folks. And the entire experience was totally different. A plus across the board. So go out there and make that happen for your remodeling business. I hope this story was engaging, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope you found some little things to help you this fine day, this fine week. I don't know if you can hear that, but the washing machine is going off. We're going to change over. The laundry, we're going to hopefully see our friends from the painting company arrive. I have no doubt. They said they're going to be here at 9 today. It's 8:46. Should be arriving soon. Ooh, I have 2 text messages. No, they haven't texted yet. And hope this is helpful. Be a remodeler on the rise. Continually improve, my friends. Reach out anytime. I can help you if you need help. Later. Oh, and check out Remodelers Autopilot. I mentioned that earlier. It's a great little program. If you are not staying in touch with your previous clients, oh, baby. Let us help you with that. We'll get your email list all set up. We'll get the technology. We'll get the design of the emails out. We'll get the content out. There's some customization that you can do each and every month. Go check it out, remodelersautopilot.com. See ya.